Hello, 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 and welcome to more RTA. Oh no, it's more replays. Oh no. Well, apparently the game doesn't want me to record either, because whenever I start recording live, I will just go on the longest lost streak ever. Or it'll just be so nonsense that it'll upset me highly. Like yesterday, you can see I started to try and record, and things went great. Lost one. Great. Lost the second one. Great. Lost the third one. Great. Lost the fourth one. Great. And then I stopped trying to record live and decided to just record for replays. Started off rough, and then everything got better because the game knew I wasn't trying to, record. But anyway, this is probably going to be one of those longer form ones. We're going to start here with V because I said so. Live with it. And I'll go over the losses as well, so it's not just going to be all me tugging my own horn. V goes for... Oh, sorry, they're in the Fetus Gaia Guild in Global. And they go for Zio, Asflan, Elagos, Sid, and Politis. I go for Pyra, Karina, Veronica, and Genoa. Finally, and Amikia. I was going to say finally my entire team ends in They ban out Amiki, I ban out Politis. Because Amiki can just solo their entire team if they get unlucky. But I think I could still win regardless, even without Amiki. And I get rid of Politis because that just shows to me that they're going to keep Genoa in and hope I make a mistake. I don't remember what happens in any of these because I was out of my mind. But Zio, not going to go with the initial dual attack. He's just going to S3 into Karina. But now they need to be careful because... Do they go into Karina? But then Pyra goes. Do they go into Pyra? But then Karina might go. Either way, Veronica goes. So what we're going to do... My Veronica ended up being faster than their Sid, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and blow the hell up. Blow the hell up out of... No, that's not right. We're going to kill Sid. He's dead now. They can either S3 into Karina and hope they hit, or they can S3 into Pyra and proc Karina. Either way is great with me. They do end up going into Pyra, but even with the hit chance buff, I do dodge. So now I feel pretty safe. They're going to duel and kill Pyra, but that's going to push up Karina. This is going to go into Karina because she has the lowest HP. It's not going to do anything because of the defense buff. Let's go ahead and get rid of... Zio. Mostly because I had faith that this would proc Genoa. And I would rather be procced by her AoE than by a single target because I would get stunned, as you all know very well. Here, I probably could have just gone into Flan, but this was the safer option. And that's game. Welcome to my aggro arc where I also pick slow units like Amiki or Karina. Steel. Oh, okay, I remember this one. Steel in the Epiclervo guild in Japan. That is a meshing of languages and... Okay. They go for DDR. Blood Moon Haste, Flan, Genoa, and Solitis. I go for Pyra, Senya, Kenya, Schneel, Arya, and Fene. They ban out Fene. I ban out Solitus. I legitimately don't... Oh, actually, I do remember what happens. So I'm going to go ahead. S3, S1. I want to kill the Blood Moon Haste first, if you do not mind. So let's go ahead and try to defense break him. Nothing doing. Alright, well, we will S3. This will hit Blood Moon Haste and DDR. And then he just gets to go again. I probably should have gone into Blood Moon Haste here, but I didn't want him to crit. So I'm going to S3 because this prompts DDR to use his S3. The only one it'll probably debuff is Pyra. It did sleep the Arya, but it broke Pyra and Schneel out of stealth. Try to defense break you again. Counters. That's the healing that screwed me over. So I just need to make sure that Blood Moon Haste dies before DDR does. We're going to do this. It's going to do another flat 8k. Because Schneel is dead now. Or he's not dead, but he's dying. Please don't hit DDR. Okay, well this has to also kill Blood Moon Haste or we lose the game. Because Blood Moon Haste is coming up next. And since we do know I lost the game, yeah. He has 1,000 health left, which is more than his heal. So that one counter really screwed me. And then Genoa just kills. Genoa kills everybody. Arya has done nothing but fail me time and time again. But I keep using her for some reason. Anyway, next up, Polar in a guild I cannot pronounce in Korea goes for Pyra, Solitus, Flan, Ilanov, and Senya. I go for Politis, Selene, regular Politis, Selene, Solitaria, Genoa, and DDR, and they get rid of Politis, which is curious, to say the least. They left DDR in, which is wonderful. I think this one's pretty quick. I get rid of Senya because I don't want them protecting Flan. I think this one is literally a turn, and you will very quickly see why. Hey, does everybody remember that Selene's S2 ignores elemental disadvantage? I don't even think they didn't. They didn't let me do anything else. That was one turn. Hey, Solitus, next time don't S3. Oh, so funny. So very funny. And then I lost the next two as my hubris. For Fonticino, God, I wish Pyra wasn't, or Flan wasn't in every single one of these fights. Oh, we're getting almost up to 60 million versus. I never look at that, but that's a lot of nines. On the Talentless guild, or the Talent Yes guild, depending on which one of the 30 Talentless guilds this is. In global, they go for Flan, Ilanov, MLKen, Albedo, and a Tywin. I get rid of Albedo. They get rid of DDR. And I have Pyra, Veronica, Elagos, and Blitica. Blitica? I thought... Oh, it's because of Ilanov. I just realized it's because of Ilanov. I wondered why her S3 did, like, no damage. It's because of Ilanov. Everything is because of Ilanov. Their MLKen is Hellcutter. which is interesting. We are going to kill Flan, just cuz. Emma Ken's going to counter. I am able to strip them all, which is pretty nice. It gets rid of the unbuffable on everybody, but I did hope that this wouldn't kill me. But I had too much hope. But now at least he has a bomb on him. I do try to kill him, once again, forgetting that Ilanov exists. And now her S3 damage is subject to Death Pen. That's not gonna do too much. It looks like it's Lifesteal Hellcutter. So what we're gonna need to do is stun Ilanov so that Ilanov can't cleanse anything. Or stun Ken. Because Ilanov has restricts, so she's not getting pushed up. So let's do that. A-Taiwan's going to S3. It's going to break all the skill nulls. Doesn't really do anything, though. Only procs on Blitica. So the reason I go after Flan there was because Elagos only procs his cleaner if someone else kills someone. And I have not been able to do that. So Elagos is not going to be able to do much else here. We will kill you. That'll proc you again. Get the stun on Ilanov, which is fantastic. Oh, the barrier. She got a barrier. Not great, but I do hit. And now it's just a matter of, can I kill Flan? And that question is looking more and more like a no. Whoops. It's been a while since that's happened. Well, let's go ahead and try to kill the Flan. I don't hit, they get the S3. Or they get the S1, which is gaining them back some life. Not great. I'm at full rampage and 2 border coins. Alright, well, we're going to have to go into Flan. It's not going to do too much, but I am going to get skill null. And I do lap the Ilanov as well, so please, for the love of God, can we just kill Flan? But now we have very much an uphill battle. And this tipped the scales. Soulburn resists the stun counter is just no. I'm not dealing with that. I probably could have won if that did stun. But it's a what if, it's not what actually happened. And then next up was this person. Oh, do I have to show you this fight? This was so boring. Double Reviver Boyang. It's so boring. This is so boring and just... Oh, not great. Probably should have just gotten rid of Albedo, because then my kills would have been doing something. But it's just like you kill Blood Moon Haste, they bring back Ilanov, or they bring back... It's bad and dumb. So I'm not going to show that one. Just sorry, sir, you drafted a horrible team. Not horrible in a bad way, but horrible as in, like, I don't want to put myself through it a second time. Next up, this person. EpicSeven girlfriend Bonova in a guild in Korea. They go for, say it with me, Asflan, DDR, Senya, I don't have a name for her, LRK, and Genoa. I go for Pyra, Elagos, Schneel, Ilanov, and Bois Young. They ban out Bois Young. She's perfectly fine. And I get rid of Genoa. So they're going to put... And also noticing, the Senya is on Noble Oath, which is curious. Basically, we're just going to need to kill Senya. So let's go ahead, go into DDR, ignore what I said. Push back the Senya because if we can get rid of her... Okay. It is apparently a resist Senya, so let's go back into DDR. This will give him barrier, but the barrier will break from the splash damage. LRK seems to be Aureus, so let's go into him. DDR can't do anything. He actually just gets a counter to the face, which is phenomenal. And I believe this is just a showcase as to how good Bois Young is. Takes that S3, does nothing. Bois Young, if you want to go ahead and counter this, that would be fantastic. Oh, Divine Vessel, that's right, there was no counter. One of the light units, please. Perfect, and I'm back to full. And now I'm sure they're like, well, who do I kill? Well, let's do that. And now, I'm going to go ahead and kill Senya. Kill LRK. And now Flan will never be dual attacking ever again. And it's not a lifesteal one, so we can just kind of focus all of our energy on her. Ooh, big jump. Hi, Momo. But yeah, DDR can't dual attack with her, and she would be very slow. Anyway, next up, Mossy Pie in the Croissant Guild. It's not Croissant, but it's Cosicant Guild in Global. Goes for Ilanov, Kenya, Laya, Amiki, and Knackle. I go for Pyra, Fene, Genoa, Sirmia, and Mort. They get rid of Mort, and I get rid of Amiki. Because I'm not scared of Knackle anymore. Everybody's pretty fast. This Kenya, this is the second Kenya I fought that is like 250 speed, which is wild to me. Anyway, let's go ahead, defense break Laya. Perfect. A 50% crit chance is a joke. Kill Laya. Perfect. Probably should have just S1'd here because S3 won't be doing much because of no Death Pen, but let's go into Knackle. Crit because she is, as I said, a joke. They do recognize that Sirmia is the issue. But the fun part about Fene is that she is Fene. We do get to find out if this is Rise of the Monarch. Sirmia is going to die. Goodbye, Sirmia. It is Rise of the Monarch, but I feel I can break through because, you know, splash damage and whatnot. They do counter. Can we proc Genoa? No proc of Genoa. That's fine. We'll still go into Knackle. Can you proc Genoa? That would be pretty dope if you could. Thank you. And no salvoing from Knackle, so this is more akin to my experience using Knackle. Just constant countering. Or, sorry, no countering, no salvoing, no anything. Let's go ahead and just get rid of you. Double crit, because she is, as we have all said, a joke. No crit, and I don't believe this crits either. Yeah, no crit. So Genoa's dead, but that's fine. This is the reason I brought Fene. I brought Fene to be my anchor, essentially. They are starting to realize after this one, after all the damage that this does to Ilanov, Ilanov decides to change her target. Like, yeah, Pyra is defense breaking you, but Fene is killing you. So they do have to make the most difficult choice, which is who do you soul burn this into? Because they're gonna soul burn. They go for Fene. Thank you for max injury. I do appreciate that. I come back with a very chunky barrier. And Pyra, S3, S1. If we can defense break the Ilanov, we can see how much this S3 would do. I would like to remind everybody that Fene is a Soul Weaver. And this S3 did 60k. Fene is wild, dude. Fene is wild. Next up, Diggy Miss. Diggy Miss? Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. In another guild I cannot pronounce, in Global, they go for Solitus, Flan, Amaru, A Tywin, LRK. I go for Pyra, Selene, Solitaria, LPK, and DDR. Once again, they get rid of Pyra. I get rid of A Tywin, because I'm not scared of their team outside of that. So my LPK goes first. And they don't S3, which is perfect. Perfect. They don't want to proc Selene? Perfectly fine. Karina will just kill Flan then. And once we kill Flan, because she doesn't have any focus, so this is a 100% chance to hit. I don't care what you do. I physically do not care. They're gonna soul burn this. Dual attack with Solitus. Oh no. My Solitaria is almost dead now. Let's go ahead. Put Amaru in timeout where she belongs. DDR is going to S3, and mine does have effectiveness. That is not shown in this S3 because Poly resists both and LRK resists the immunity strip, so everything shows as resist for him as well. I may not have attack buff, but I do have Soul Burn, and I do have Venom, so we'll just keep getting rid of LPK. There she goes. And now I am not scared of an LRK and a Solitus. Not even a little bit. And they realize the same. Who's next? Tina User, who is a legend player that I just wanted to show. Oh, we already passed it. Hold on. How close was I? No, I was 26 away. I wonder who got versus match number 60 million. Not that that matters or that they would reward that in any way, but it would be interesting. Anyway, Tina user in the Sea Duck Guild in Korea. They go for Asflan, Veronica, LPK, Elagos, and Celine. I go for Pyra, Karina, Solitaria, Sage Ball, and Zio. They ban Zio, I ban Veronica. And let's see how this turns out. LPK is 305 speed, apparently. She's gonna S3, S2. So, somebody's dead? Sage Ball, probably? Oh, no. Pyra, that's right. Pyra dies. Karina procs. Celine procs. Elagos procs. Goes into Karina. But Sage Ball is here. And Sage Ball says hello. Puts everybody to sleep. I hit Flan because she has no focus. Let's go ahead and get rid of Elagos because he is currently the problem. Don't care about Celine. Don't need to S1 at this point. I'd rather just let the two sleepy babies lose their turn in sleep. So now everybody's just taking a nice nap. If we can sleep the LPK. Perfect. Karina, if you want to punch Flan in the face. Or LPK, that also works. And then they give up. The power of Sage Ball and Karina. See, she still has a use. Even though no one uses her anymore, apparently. Next up, Roman B. In the Veritai Guild in Global. Goes for Asflan, Veronica, Tomika, Rowana, and Sid. I go for Pyra, Elagos, Bois Young, Sage Ball, and Amiki. Looking back on this, probably should have gone a bit of Rowana, but again, we don't know how they're going to ban. We do still have a slight chance if Boyong decides to counter, or the Rowana misses the Pyra with her S3. Because they do need to S3 here, or else Amiki could, ruin their entire life. But with the amount of push they have, I don't know that it would have mattered. Boyong counters. But everybody got hit, everybody got reset. They're going to kill... They're still going into Boyong because they don't want to proc her divine... Whatchamacallit? No counter from her, but Amiki counters. But yeah, they just kill Boyong here. And then they S1 into Amiki and kill her. And then Pyra and Elagos cannot do anything from that position. Yeah. Next up, this person, Yarai? I think, maybe. In a guild in Japan, goes for Asflan, Amaru, Zio, Rowana, and Blood Moon Haste. I go for Pyra, LPK, Elagos, Abyssal Euphene, and Politis, because it is very clear what they are trying to do. They are trying to Zio Rowana my life, and they didn't take Politis or a Euphene, so I will choose both. So your Rowana does not get to go, you fool. So go ahead. I have two means of killing Flan, so I'm not super worried about this. I did also realize that my Politis was missing a ring when I did this attack. So she was not at her full potential. Or maybe she was missing boots. She was missing something, because I was like, why is she so slow? But we're going to go ahead and push back Flan. Push up Politis. And then I wanted Polly to be able to kill someone. So I went ahead and S3'd. And mine is on Cyril Ren. So it put Rowana to sleep, and it got the blind on Amaro, which is nice. They're going to do this. Zio does not crit. But that is perfectly fine. We'll still get rid of Zio. We can proc Elagos later. Stun. Perfect. Nandato indeed. Let us go ahead and soul burn this. Defense break both of them, maybe? Does way too good of damage. Elagos, you're going to go into Amaru. And now, he is no longer sealed, so let's kill Rowana. Proc the cleaner. Goodbye, Amaru. I have since put gear on Politis, just in case. This is why I don't like having any of my units not have gear, even if it's bad gear, because if I forget and I use them, welp. I think I made. Did I make a mistake during this one? Hey, I honestly don't. Oh, I know what happened. So you know how I said, I'm not going to go over this one because it's very long and very boring. You know how I said I ran into, yeah, I'm not going through this. You know how I said I ran into several in that other fight in the same video, ran into several 250 speed plus Senyas? Well, here's the second one. Or wait, no, I lowered Sirmia's speed. So it's probably like 230. Still, that's pretty fast for a Kenya. And it was also pretty fast for an Ilanov. Usually they're base speed. But yeah, basically they just kill Sirmia, and then I have to spend all of this time trying to kill Blood Moon Haste. And then they eventually just kill Fene. Rylet almost pulled it out. Almost, but not well enough. Evie, are you okay? What are you doing? Okay. Interesting. She was digging like something was wrong. Next up, Red Fox. In the Memo Guild in Asia, they go for DDR, Solitus, Flan, Amaru, Laya. I go for Ilanov, Kenya, Schneal, Solitaria, and LPK. They ban LPK, I ban Solitus. They do have plenty of dual attacks with Flan, though. They do end up dual attacking with Amaru, which is hilarious because that is the best case scenario. Because it procs Kenya. So we're already starting things off on the best foot possible. Let's go ahead and kill Flan. And they don't have any book, so I'm not worried about Seal too much. They do try to go into Schneel, but I resist it, which is phenomenal. Let's go ahead and... I think I just S1. Yeah, I just S1 into Amaru. Ends up healing her because DDR's on Guardian Ice Crystals. But, not doing bad. They're going to S2 for the push-up because everybody except for Amaru had unbuffable, so Amaru doesn't get toxic. But again, it's fine. I don't want to heal the Amaru again by accident, so... They do actually seal Schneel this time, but inadvertently they do push my Ilanov up like 300%. So let's soul burn this and kill DDR before he can put my entire team to sleep. Perfect. Now, they quit. I was going to say, we just put Amaru to sleep, and then Laya cannot kill anybody because I have Ilanov. How far are we? This is going to be a long one. We got a rematch against V in Global. Zeo Flan, Senya. Oh, this one. Bois Young and Sage Ball. I go for Pyra, Karina, Elagos, Goliath, and Genoa. They ban out Genoa, I ban out Sage Ball. This one was slightly frustrating. They're going to S3 into Goliath to push her back, which is perfectly reasonable. Looking back on it now, with the knowledge I have, I should have used Elagos's S3 to push back the Flan. Because I didn't realize at this point that Goliath's damage limit buff was gone. So I was like, she'll be fine. Also, that did 11k and it didn't proc Bois Young, which is just funny to me. Do get a dual attack, which is nice, but... things are a little bit rough. They are going to kill Goliath. Which is going to proc Karina, which is all well and good. Let's go ahead and kill Senya. And then I should have some good outspeeding potential here. And I'm like, oh, well, Elagos gets to go as well. He's going to go into Flan, which is going to proc the U into Pyra, which is great. Don't counter. Okay. Don't counter. So you can see where this is going. Any one attack where she didn't counter would have, more than likely, won me the game. But this Bois Young kept freaking countering. I thought that this was uncounterable. It's not. Countered, hit. She did proc my Karina. But since we do know this is a loss, S3. If I can get an S3, S1 with no counter, I might be able to win. Great, thank you. Because if she has more than 1,400 HP at the end of this, or less, which she does, then she absolutely won because of the counters. Yep. Any one of those counters not happening would have won me the game. But she countered like 8 times out of 10. So what are you guys doing? Did one of you shit in there? I have to check on that. Anyway. I'll add to this later. That'll be it for today. We'll go over these another day. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love all of you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.